Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag, and I'm not bringing it back.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1940. The City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to air it out, and this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him at the 12. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Packers' 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there. 53 yards, and the Packers have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
By the Bears.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Montgomery, the Bears.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Touchdown, Packers! A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. But I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's got a man, complete.
Darnold's pass.
A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 48 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
to Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Darnold. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Allen Robinson.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Brings up second.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Darnold. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Faking the give, Darnold. On the crossing route, complete. That's Terry. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Montgomery, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Packers 14, Bears 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Love now on 2nd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to fight. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Take over first.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And goal to go.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Love from the gun. And incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 8 yards out, and the Packers add 6 to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Darnold. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, Love. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Yeah, he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On 3rd down, Love. And Adams has it complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The 5-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love being chased out left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Operating from the gun. Love. Touchdown, Packers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Darnold completes it and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down, Chicago.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Darnold from the gun. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the foot.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Packers 42. Bears.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Ridley.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he completes it to Cohen. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Bears' first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Darnold to throw again. That is caught by Cohen. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run. Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here's Cohen now to return.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it'll be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
48-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Smith.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And 6.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. He's got the first. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And fighting down inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
16-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 12.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down.
2-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good.
Good.
And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Bears 17.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run up with no places. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the dial? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. It's that's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we did it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Wait, need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?